So, good morning to one and all present here. On this pleasant occasion, where we hope that we will gain a lot of learnings, perspective, and a new way of thinking. We at Club Inmos work towards making people aware about the world of insurance and connect with people who are professionals as well as enthusiasts in the same field. As per an estimate, the gender diversity is at around 22% in the insurance industry in India. As of now, there are six women CEOs leading insurance companies, and this makes it more than 10% of the industry. 27% of the total individual agency force as on March 31, 2020 are working as agents in the life insurance industry, which can be increased in future. Today on the panel, we have five personalities who are redefining the role of women in the corporate world and are responsible for making a pathway for ambitious women who have dreams to do something big in life. They all come from different fields of life and education, giving us a glimpse of the diversity which our insurance sector has. Ms. Anupam Tyagi, a hands-on mathematician who has over 29 years of experience in insurance industry in various leadership positions and is currently working with Aviva Life Insurance as a senior vice president operations. Ms. Neha Mishra, an alumna of National Insurance Academy Pune, who has over 14 years of experience in the insurance industry, currently working with Edelweiss Galgar Insurance Brokers Limited as a chief marketing officer and strategy leader. Ms. Swati Srivastav, an HR personnel having 10 years of experience in the insurance industry, currently working as a Deputy General Manager, Human Resources at Beacon Insurance Brokers Private Limited. Ms. Varsha Pandey, an alumna of BIMTech PGDM Insurance Business Management, with work experience of over 5 years in product development vertical, currently working as a manager in ICICI Lombard General Insurance in products and health insurance. And a moderator for the day, Professor Saloni Sinha, faculty, business communication at BIMTech, who has always made sure to introduce students with innovative pedagogy and ensure experiential learning for all. I request ma'am to kindly take over.
Thank you so much, Srushti. And yes, indeed, it is a pleasure to have so many of us here from the industry, from the academia, and there are people who have just begun. There are people who are wanting to venture into this field, like you, Kia. So I think it's going to be a great Saturday for all of us. Welcome to the eminent panelists here. They are people from various backgrounds and in their industry roles also, they have already made some mark. And the best part is we have these people from different decades. So some of them have just a 5 year experience, some of them have added some 10 and then 20 and then more. So, you can just imagine what is the kind of insight you're going to get into this very, very pressing theme of women who are aspiring to be in the insurance industry or who, after today's talk, will start becoming more inquisitive and may reach out to any of them to know what to do next. So welcome panelists once again, Anupam, Sneha, Swati and Varsha. It's really an honor for me to be here. I always talk a lot about employability skills, and every time the question is, there are a number of, important decisions that were made in the corporate. They said 30% women on board, or even in politicians, they'll say 30% reservation somewhere, somewhere. But when you look at the board, you will see it's the family member, the women of that family who are sitting in the board. However, the myth is now breaking, and the objective of today's session is to create a positive vibe for young, very young women like Drishti, Kea, and so many others who've joined as audience to consider a career in insurance. And they basically will make an attempt to convince you all that it's not all selling. It's not just selling a policy. It's so much more into this sector here. So we'll try to break this myth that women are not good in sales roles or, such kind of technology space. Also, people think that that's a huge domain. So let's see. It's going to be a candid conversation, freewheeling. We'll learn from each of their experiences. So right now, I think I'll first invite Anupam to share, how you came to this position, and let's just know your background and how it played a role in helping you take this very important decision of joining the insurance sector.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, all. Thank you, Saloni and Wimtrack, for giving us this opportunity. And as you have rightly mentioned, we have women across, who have joined in insurance industry in like 90s, like me, or in 2010, 12, 15, and 2017, 18, as Varsha has done. So, if I share my thoughts, actually, before joining insurance industry, we were not that much aware what LIC or what GICs were there. In fact, it was just like in competition which I appeared, because and I got selected. Then I just got around and talked to people what is like exactly LIC does and something. And the one factor which I think helped me moving into and taking this offer was that I have seen that people who were working in LIC were good placed. I mean, they were enjoying a good position in society. So I come from a city, Meerut. So there I found okay, people are living in good houses. At that point of time, we were not that career conscious, that we were thinking okay, what will happen after 5 years, 10 years. So it has been a good journey. And when we joined insurance industry, there were talks of privatization because we joined in 1992. So at the back of the mind, that thought was there. So we were keen, okay, whenever the industry will open up, we will also have different kind of exposure. And I had taken that plunge a little late in my career, but I am very happy when I moved from public sector to private sector. And believe me, nothing has changed. So people do ask me, okay, you must be having a difficult teen adjusting to private work culture. But believe me, someone who has worked in insurance sector, it was not like a government sector as such. And people had to work in different and hard working condition whenever they were in LIC or GIC. So it personally, I did not feel too much change when I moved to public sector. And my advice, and I am very happy the way, in fact, it was not an intentional move, but I'm happy that I have chosen to be in this industry. And it has so much variety of roles. And in a way, you are also serving the society also when you are working in sales or you are administrating or giving claims. So we are happy to be part of this industry.
That's really nice. And actually, everyone comes with an example, and all of you are role models for all of us. We also have someone who's now chief marketing officer, and people think marketing, sales, women. I mean, it doesn't really connect well. I think there's a lot of gap over there in the understanding. So, how about telling us a little about that? Maybe we should now talk to Sneha and yes.
Oh, it's my pleasure being on this forum and having an opportunity to at least have a few people listen to our thoughts. Thank you so much for BIMTech for organizing this. Honestly speaking, if you ask me, I was just like any other teenager trying to figure out what is it that I want to do with my career. My aspiration started off from being a pilot, and then I was told that you have number chashma hai to plane kaise udaoge to it will just go and crash land. So I said, let me move to aeronautical engineering. That's when there was someone at home and they said that aeronautical engineering, you'll have to have greased hands. That's not a profile for a girl to be. You'll be working with mechanical operators. We said, okay, fine, then let me think of something new. And by that time, there was this opportunity which I had. I landed up at Symbiosis, made through. And I entered the campus of my college where I did MBA, just like a lot of you on this particular platform. And insurance was just a green field for me. It was not something which I had planned, but I knew one thing कि जो भी करना है उसमें मजा करना है. And that was the only mantra. Trust me, the day we start enjoying what we do, it doesn't matter what is the role that we hold, or it doesn't matter what is the location that you are. With girls, when we are to decide on the career, when you pass out of college, we are driven by a lot of perception that people hold about us. So, in my case, I think when we had our day zero of campus placement, uh, I got selected by one of the broking firms because we had the pre-placement opportunity. So before the day zero started, I had an option of joining a broking firm. And I said, no, nothing doing. It's going to be, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to be selling, and broking is all about selling. I said, I want to be an underwriter. Now, there was another thought process that I was driven. IFCO Tokyo had come to our campus the previous year, which was the first year that we started operations, and none of the students had made through. The fact that got into my mind was, why is it that none of us made it? Ab to mujhe yahi crack karna hai. And I moved ahead thinking, that this is something that I want to do. And contrary to the fact that the dean of my college also said, Sneha, I think you're going to do fabulously if you get into a broking outfit. I said, no, I want to crack something which I think I'm very clear of. And a lot of people have said that that wouldn't have been the right decision because I was with IFCO Tokyo for the initial years, moved on to Future Generali and then Tata AIG. I took different roles. I started off into, the retail insurance space where I used to actually go and meet motor dealers. I had an amazing mentor, another lady mentor who was excelling in the field of managing motor dealership. Today, if we are to say, right, what is the excitement? The excitement is knowing your subject, going out, meeting people. And trust me, ladies are more impressive when they know their subject inside out. I'm sure a lot of you on this panel will agree with me. A lot of times we sit across the table and we think that I know more than them, but we shy away, right? The day we let this barrier go, we stop shying away from what we hold. We identify what are our blind spots. I guess there is no holding back. I moved to Edelweiss, which was a risky proposition. I was a liability underwriter at Tata AIG, and that was the plunge. It took me around 7 to 8 years to decide that, yes, probably now I want to do broking, right? And that was my 7 years were my preparation for broking. Today, when I look back, that's what I would say. Because as an insurance company, the roles that I had, I said, first, I want to hone myself with technical knowledge. I don't want to sound like just another person who wants to sit across the table and have small talks. And in all my roles, one thing which I have made sure, now a lot of us may think that we cannot influence the role that we have, but again, that's a myth. We can, by your body language, by your interactions, by the set of people you meet and greet and interact with, you can influence what, where you are going to be. And probably that's exactly things panned out for me. I was in various projects. I started off with liability underwriting. I then moved on to developing a digital platform. I set up an affinity practice at Edelweiss. And then I moved into a strategic role, getting an international partner in India. So all these roles were very different.
Sorry to stop you, Sneha. So we'll hear more of your real work that you did after having heard a little from Swati.
Sure, I think I'm eating into others' time.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's what we want to know also. But just that, I'll just bring in Swati first and then Varsha, and then we'll go back to your background and what you did in the industry again. And I think we have a wonderful audience over here. There are nearly 75 participants. I request everybody to put in their questions here and reactions here because Sneha said she aspired to be a pilot, and look at the kind of, she is a pilot. She's really, soaring high with her whole team, and as a CMO. Here is Anupam, who has had a background of operations. I mean, look at the wonderful panel here. We are already feeling so inspired. And then comes Swati, who selects the right talent, and so much to know from you, Swati. What brought you to insurance? Because I think as women, our choices are not made by us. So somebody takes a decision and says, you become an engineer, or you're good for this. It's never the confidence of the girl who's like, nahi, mujhe yahi banna hai. And I'll tell you that all of us may have faced a little of this, somebody did this for me, ki nahi, insurance tumhare liye theek hoga. So yeah, Swati, let us know a little about you and how you came into insurance.
Thank you. Thanks a lot to BIMTech, first of all, to inviting us. This is something very challenging and different platform for women out there. When men, our country is a men-dominating society always. But yes, talking about women is something inspiring to everyone. Patriarchy is always there, where people want that no, लड़का है तो इंजीनियर बनेगा, इंश्योरेंस में जाएगा या आगे करेगा, लड़की है तो भाई शादी करेंगे एंड घर में सेटल करेंगे. But here we are ladies who are doing excels in their industries, and I'm very proud to be a part of this session. So thanks a lot to BIMTech for organizing this session. Thanks a lot Saloni and Manu sir for having us there. So talking about mine experience and all exposures that how I come to insurance. See, 12 years back, I really don't know what insurance is. Doing an MBA from a college of Meerut, and then Beacon was there for the campus selection, and we got selected. 312 students was there, and I got selected in this profile. So it is something very challenging to me as well. When in college days I was, then it was like, yes, I am a people person. I know that, yes, I am a people person and I need to go in this field. So the mentors over there told us that, no, you need to try it in HR and go ahead. And that's the only reason I come in HR. Like, पैसा कमाना था, आगे बढ़ना था. I have a family to support, and I had a thought कि नहीं भैया पैसा कमाना है. From day one I know one thing only, पैसा कमाना है मुझे. So that's what I came in insurance. It is not at all any, anything कि नहीं insurance में ही आना है. At 12 years back, insurance, मतलब I'm very happy these days when I am seeing people who opt for insurance education. But 12 years back, no one, I don't thought of to come in insurance and understand this thing. कि नहीं insurance भी कोई चीज होती है और इसको पढ़ना होता है. So it was not like that 12 years back. So I just came in insurance by an accident. It was an accident that I came in insurance. And then जब insurance में we studied, then I got to know कि insurance भी इतना बड़ा होता है, because we don't know about 12 years back. But yes, I am very happy that people these days are opting for insurance, and women are doing good, really good. Just I had, few days back, I was in the data, studying the data, which says 29% of the female seniors are in insurance, they are holding a senior position, and 29%. Yes, it is less. When we are comparing it to men, it is less, but it is growing. We must see that part, that yes, it is growing. And just 3-4 days back, we are doing some work on retention, even in our organization. So as in other, 62% of the female are there who are more than in an organization than 20 years. See the stability what a woman has. And insurance is something of trust. Insurance is a business of trust. And when you talk about women, then definitely anyone will trust a woman first rather than a man. People do trust men. I'm not saying that no, it is not. But yes, when it's come to the business, the insurance is a business of trust, and people are trusting women more. So more and more women can come in this industry and do excels, and girls are doing like women are doing. So I always want that more and more girls can do excels.
So I think Varsha se puchungi. Varsha is 5 years into the industry. I know her as a student. It's an honor to have you on the panel with me.
Thank you.
And such eminent industry professionals. So I'm sure she was inspired at home, and she took a decision. And I'll take the credit of getting Varsha into insurance, because I remember before she joined the course, we had met. So, and there was a discussion. So, Varsha, 5 years in the industry, aapka journey kaisa hai? Abhi, how did you come into insurance? What was that moment which was like, this is where I need to be?
Exciting moment. Okay. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting us. This is really new for me. First panel talk, and I'm learning a lot here. So thank you for inviting. So just about my background, I am not at all from insurance, but my father was in LIC, so I had a little bit of understanding of the industry. But I come from an humanities background. I did my BA in English and Political Science, and then I got to learn about some institutes which are actually providing, degrees in insurance. So BIMTech is one, NIA is one. There are other insurance institutes too. then I thought, okay, let's go and sit for the exams, and I could crack it. And I got called for insurance in BIMTech. Again, I was not able to decide whether I should be coming here or not. But since I had known some people who were in insurance industry and they pushed me, Saloni ma'am had also pushed me to this. That made my decision clear, and I opted for it.
To have a good student.
Yeah. So like I said, it was not my first choice because I wanted to be a lawyer in my life. I have always been in love with words and construing the words, writing terms, conditions, and stuff. But this was not my first choice. But I would say that I am choosing to stay here now. Right, because when I joined MBA in insurance, one good thing which I saw in my class, in the MBA class, was the gender ratio was almost 50-50 in my class, at least. So that gave a lot of boost to all the women who were there. You know, that we are not alone, and it's not like a mechanical engineering class where there is only 2 girls and 48 boys. It was not like that. And all those girls who were there, and all my classmates are doing so good in the market now. Most of them are in sales and they are excelling. I started my career in a broking firm, actually in sales. So I was able to do very good. Like Swati ma'am said that it's a promise that we are selling in insurance. And what I found was very true in practice, because there were male counterparts in my company who were not able to get, meetings from people, So it was a hardcore sales job for me, wherein I had to go cold call, knock on the doors of the companies, ask for meetings first. So
your communication skills were always very good, and with a background of English, and then actually handling the editorial team here, she was very convincing in her conversation. So I think she is really doing well. Stopping you, Varsha, over here, because interesting point is कि वर्षा अभी इस इंडस्ट्री में 5 years दे चुकी है. अनुपम has been around. The gender का situation वर्षा के लिए comfortable already होने लगा है. So what could be the challenges that Varsha could still face? And Anupam, coming from your perspective, we would like to know what was the gender ratio at that time, and you had a transition as well. So मैं दोनों चीजें जानना चाहूंगी. Please give us that insight.
Yeah. So if I may start with my master's journey. So I have done my master's in maths from Meerut University. And at that point of time, I was the only female in class of 50. So from that standard, the gender ratio was much better when I joined insurance industry in 1992. So in a batch of 54 administrative officer, there were 8 girls. So it was 15%. And believe me, it was not a bias shown by insurance company at that point of time. It was again, the selection was done through an All India entrance exam, which was faceless. And there was a face-to-face interview where there was always a female member on board. So it was not a biased decision. Again, it was more to do with the social conditions, I will say, because the male candidates' participation outnumbered female participation in any competitive exam at that point of time. So it was not a bias shown, but again, it was a reflection of our society. And I will say over the years, the participation has increased, the share has increased. And like I will say, it's now somewhere near 25%, Swati, if we say across industries. And again, the geography also plays a role. So if you move to semi-urban location, the again participation decreases. You will find more female working in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, in comparison to Patna, Meerut, or even Varanasi or something. So this is the situation is still there. But I think things have started to change. Even in LICs from 2000, people have started to move from operations to sales and all that. And same is happening in private insurance companies as well. So I think from where we have started, I mean, things have improved. But again, as Trustee was mentioning, I mean, we still have 10% female representation at CEO level. But still, this is far better than other sectors like manufacturing, FMCG, And if we compare to our Western counterparts, then again the problem starts from entry level. There, the entry level is like 50 to 55% are female. So still, I will say in India, the entry level, the women participation is somewhere around 25 to 30%. And as you move up, there is again the reducing trend is there, even in Western companies. So there we had long way to catch up. But I'm sure in the next decades, things will improve.
We are a big country, we have a mindset, and there's a huge work that needs to be done on that aspect as well. And interestingly, we have some 70 up participants who are listening to all of you, and questions are already we are receiving some really good questions. We'll take that up. But again, the same thing I'd like to know, Sneha, you being in the marketing domain, I mean, what have you seen? What has been the ratio normally when you entered, and how do you see that changing? And what do you think would be the reason that there would be a little more transformation and more of these people who are attending would feel inspired to get into the roles you have played in your career?
Yeah, so just as Varsha mentioned, I think at the time when even we were doing when I actually was passing out from my MBA, unlike what Anupam ma'am has gone through, where it was pretty skewed, right? In those days, for them to really make a mark, it was much more of a struggle, and we saw the numbers go up. So in my times, the ratio which I was running with was somewhere close to 30-70 or 35-65. So when I started as a management trainee, the entire group, we again had a 30% representation, and that has been quite the way across industries. Entry level is something we all start with a big bang, right? If you see, it is generally no offense to the boys who are a part of the university, but generally you will always find across competitive exams and performance based, girls have outnumbered boys when it comes to ranking or performance, despite of the disparity in their composition as a part of the entire admission. But as we move on to the higher levels, this particular average keeps tapering. For any organization to see the number of people at the time of intake and those who progress through the levels and take it up, it keeps tapering. Now, I guess this is a two-way issue. It is not just the issue of the candidate. It is also the organization's challenge, because at the end of the day, when we join an organization, the idea is, what is it that I bring to the table? Right? And the minute I'm able to show that promise, that vigor, that ideation, automatically opportunities open up. Now with ladies, there are multiple things which we need to handle and address. One is family. That becomes priority. Once you've taken up a job, probably within 2 to 3 years, it starts shadi karni hai, shadi karni hai. Ab shadi karni hai, career takes a back seat. Then you start planning a family, your career takes a back seat. All these little factors dent the confidence that we are. हम अपने दिमाग में ऑटोमेटिकली डाल लेते हैं, अब तो करियर ब्रेक हो गया, अब तो फिर से शुरुआत करनी होगी. Now at this point in time, we take a back seat and we have convinced ourselves that we are moving 2 years backwards. I think that needs to be flipped, because today's gig economy does not operate that way. Today we have moved beyond the fact that you need a 5-year experience to reach a particular position. Right? The number of new age entrepreneurs, the number of way things are changing. I think all the designations that we have, which could be a CMO or a SVP, that will all vanish. We'll have chief happiness officers, which will not really give you idea of what exactly you're doing, but the concept is changing. So with all the ladies, I guess the minute we build in this concept that we can do what we want to, it is a joyous journey, and that is exactly what I have experienced in my career.
So, Swati, coming from the HR background, I think what I would like to know from you would be specifically what kind of change have you seen in the numbers, when people are opting for insurance in your hiring process? Have you seen a good big change over there, that more people are coming and seeking employment in the insurance sector? And what could be that one reason that they have said that they want to be a part of it?
Yes, that's very true. That's I was telling before as well, Saloni, that yes, it is like when we had joined 12 years back, people don't know that much of insurance, but I'm very happy that to see that yes, people these days are opting for insurance, and especially women are opting for insurance because see, they know that these days the back office jobs are more in insurance. Yes, it is sales part as well, but yes, back office claims, many other things are there where women actually want to opt for. So the numbers is definitely increased over the years, and it is very good sign for us as well, because the women are more trustworthy, they are more career appointed, they are focused actually. The girls, the women, like what about you had told about Varsha, that yes, he was focused from day one, that, right? So in these days as well, the girls are more focused, they want to make a career, because सबको पता है कि भाई 2-3 साल बाद पेरेंट्स शादी कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे. We want enjoyment in lives, and here we want to work having a good salary, and insurance is something growing, giving good salary packages as well. So yes, the number has definitely increased, and when the number of people doing education in insurance is increased, the hiring process increased. It is vice versa.
So my question is, yes, they enter, but then what do you see? Do they continue? Are they willing to continue? Is that changing too? Because like everybody has been pointing out that you enter at a young age, and then there is this you want to be a careerist, you want to make a career in the industry, but there is also a marriage waiting, there is also children waiting, there is also those kinds of responsibilities. And as you grow up, your elderly parents, they become your important responsibility. So do you see people really committing to a longer career? Are there careerists?
Yes.
Or are there girls who are just saying, this is where I can begin? And yes, this is my first job and I'd like to be here for 2 to 3 years. फिर तो शादी हो जाएगी, फिर देखेंगे.
See, Saloni, this is all individualistic thing. It is not only in insurance. When you go in other sector as well, not only in insurance, in other sectors as well, the girls and the women has this thought process, and this is the patriarchy we need to break. This is something going on since long, and this is something we are here to break it out. Only the girls and women out there need to break it. It is only mindset, I believe.
Okay, so Swati, again, because you're from HR, there's this very interesting question that has popped up, and I thought I'll take it right now. So, with this work from home, work from anywhere that has happened because of COVID and 2 years, everybody has, had a very different experience. And they said, I can work from home and I can also then raise my family together. So, career reboot and all these things, that will not be required. Continuity will be maintained. So I thought I'll put this up to you. What do you have to say on this?
Yes, definitely. The work from home things has changed our work culture as well. And if a woman, this is all willingness, the dedication of a woman. If someone want to work, in insurance industry, people had worked a lot during COVID times. We had worked a lot. I'm telling you बहुत ही interesting. One of a very junior employee has told me during the COVID times. I was staying alone at that time in COVID time. So I was just working, and one day I got frustrated. और कुछ ऐसे बात हुई और उससे बोला मैंने कि I'm too frustrated. So she only told me, she is from Gujarat, a very junior executive girl she is. And she told me, ma'am, we are blessed that we have that much of work even in COVID times when people don't have work. Because insurance industry is something which has grown even in COVID times. So yes, work from home possibility is definitely good for women, and these days women who want to opt for career, and if their companies are giving them work from home, yes, they can do it. It is all up to them and their organization.
So this is open to all the four of the panelists. Different kinds of roles that are available in the industry. Would you like to tell us and the audience what kind of jobs they can look for, and where is there a gender bias in selection of these profiles also? So, okay, Anupam, aapse hi, because you're really thinking. I found your expression saying a lot of things. Let's start with you.
Yeah. So I have more insights from life insurance industry, but I believe it will be same in non-life and even brokers as well. So technically, there is no role in insurance company which a woman cannot do or have not done. But again, I will do admit there is certain kind of bias, especially for roles that require longer working hours or are not confined to office premises. So I do listen to conversation when my branch head do tend to like just कि वो लड़की है ये तो branch में नहीं चलेगी, बहुत देर तक बैठना पड़ेगा. So I will relate to the question which you have asked, Swati. I think जो work from home option है, उसे that will help in finding more women open to such positions like even underwriting. So in insurance, unfortunately, कुछ biasness है कि हमारा second half में ही काम ज़्यादा start होता है, especially if you talk about new business. Policy servicing and customer servicing is okay. So you start work at 9 and you can finish your work at 5 or 6. But especially in new business, for an underwriter, always the thought of the mind hota tha raat tak kaam karna hoga, raat bhar kaam underwriting hogi, so kaise manage hoga. So work from home actually is a bliss for us. So in fact, I have talked to several chief underwriters, so they are not even calling their underwriters now to back to office, because उनको लगता है कि अगर घर पे बैठेंगे, जो भी male female, so they will be more productive instead of spending time in traffic, or they can start work little late and then कुछ office का cab का जरूरत नहीं रहेगा. See, with female you have those kind of inhibitions. So yes, biasness hai. That's why you will have more women working in operations and HR than in sales or IT. And एक reverse bias भी है कि लोगों को लगता है कि complaints में, call centers में girls are more effective. So because they can handle an irate customer a little better than a male candidate, so you will have a reverse bias as well. But frankly speaking, मुझे ऐसे कुछ लगता नहीं है कि कहीं भी कोई भी रोल ऐसा है जो कोई नहीं कर सकता है, be it male or female. वैसे ही सेम टेक्निकल इनसाइट्स चाहिए आपको, सर्विसिंग का स्किल्स चाहिए. So women can do any role, but again biasness है, and I think with the change in working conditions, these things will improve.
That's very reassuring, because I think that's the purpose of this panel talk as well, that people really believe that it's a sector which is comfortable. So whichever role you're in, sales, operations, underwriting, claim settlement, HR, tech, any which way you can contribute here. So that was the purpose. So I think this is an eye-opener for many. And Varsha has been in a profile where I think she would be able to talk about the bias. As a young, she's very young, and she, as all of us have been talking about, right now she does not have that family commitment of children and other things. But there are two things I felt. Maybe the industry has opened up to having more women around, so they have more facilities for them, drop and this and that, to keep that safety point of view in mind. The second is, are women stepping back and saying, "No, ye role main kaise le sakti hu, because I will have to spend, more hours in the office, so I'll rather choose the other." So you must have had conversations in the office. So Varsha, would you like to say quickly something on this?
Yeah, so that's a very relevant question actually, because when we were sitting for our placements, even we had these particular thoughts that a particular type of role would be, more suited for girls or not.
But then, so everybody moved out of their classrooms and into the corporate, and they just took up all the roles they were given very beautifully. That transition was actually very confident.
So at least 80% of the girls actually ended up being in sales.
Yes.
And out of that 80%, actually 80% of them are still in sales. Right. So I was the one who got an opportunity to move into something called product development in insurance. So you were talking about different kinds of roles which are there. So I started out in sales, which was hardcore sales, going and meeting clients and placing business with insurance companies, and did quite well there. But like I said, I wanted to be a lawyer. I was good with words and etc. So I got an opportunity to get into a role which is more technical. We write the terms and conditions and contracts of the insurance that you buy as a customer. So that appealed to me, and that's why I changed into this. But once you are in the out in the job market, insurance is one of the industries where you have immense roles. There is not only life and health, there is liability, there is motor, there is fire insurance, earthquake insurance, the games that you play, there are insurances for that. So it's a very wide insurance industry, and the roles differ from sales to marketing to underwriting, claims, operations, HR, IT. So it's a wide industry, and you have an option to move from anywhere to anywhere actually. So as a girl, I never faced any bias, frankly speaking. We were the first ones to get selected into sales. So I did not face bias there. I did not face bias in my first promotions. So yes, that I think what Anupam ma'am was saying, उनके टाइम पे लड़कियां थी ही नहीं कि उतना दिखे, और हमारे टाइम पे अब लड़कियां हैं इंश्योरेंस में. I see a lot of women working. My entire team is women, only except my boss. We are 6 of us, and all of us are women here. So I do not see that kind of challenge as I have not faced, at least.
That's nice. That's very encouraging. So I think audience के पास questions भी हैं. फिलहाल Sneha, what about sales and marketing roles? How did that change over the years? And do you see more women because it's a digitized marketing era? Any observations, your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess we have this fear of the unknown, and that is what goes with all sales profile. Honestly speaking, sales is something which I think each one of us even do at home. Lockdown में हमने बहुत सारे concepts बेचे होंगे to our family members, right? So again, saying that the fear of the unknown, that I'll have to go and pitch a particular concept to someone, and that along with the pressure of revenue is what drives out a lot of people. If you keep aside the fact that there is a number pressure and you don't take it as pressure, trust me, ladies can be much, much, much better when it comes to conversion or closure. Now, if you really say, if someone is in a technology role, right, when we're talking about, I'll come to the digital role in this. If you're in a technology role and you have an amazing concept for a platform, you need to sell this concept to your boss, to your leaders, right? So sales is a part and parcel of each and every role that you're in. And using the social media, using the digital platform, what we all need to bring to the table is creativity. The more we can think from a creative angle, trust me, no role is different. Insurance as an industry, I think, is underglorified. We always look up to bankers and we say that it's an amazing portfolio. And the minute this would be a repetition, because this is something that I always say in my talk with young colleagues, is we always look up to bankers. We say they're investment bankers, they're this, they're that. It is amazing. We look up to leaders in the FMCG industry. I mean, look at Indra Nooyi today. But when it comes to our own industry, we underplay. Whereas, like Varsha mentioned, the roles that are available, if you're an engineer, you can get into risk management, go out, go on the field, go do surveys, right? Have the fun. If you have interest in technology, go create platforms. If you like law, you have liability as one of the lines, you have product development. So all areas of education kind of culminate together to make the entire insurance industry. So it is not just sales. It is just about being creative.
Yeah. So, I think we had a wonderful conversation. That interesting QA is lined up. And in fact, Sneha was just talking about that, and Professor Pandey mentioned that with technology and digitization coming into play in a big role in insurance, is a degree in technology mandatory for career progress? Sneha, maybe you should take this up.
Yeah, definitely, because now that we can operate from any location and we can reach and influence lives of people sitting in different corners of the earth, digitization gives us a powerful, powerful, powerful tool. And who best in a family than a lady can keep the family together, can influence decisions. Though we may not be there in the power play, but we're generally the kingmakers or creators of the powerhouse, right? So get onto social media, getting on to really writing your little thoughts. And in fact, the ideas of bringing together different concepts together onto one platform, because while I have worked on creating platforms which today have been of value for client servicing, whereas I did not have the backdrop of technology at all. I'm not an engineer. I'm a commerce graduate, right? If there was something related to accounts, it's different. But nothing stopped me from, I didn't have to learn coding. I just had to really think of what new ideas can come up. And then you have your technology team who will create it into a solution. So day in and day out, whenever we are on the globe, right? If we can think of innovative solutions that can solve little problems, right from the connectivity, right from the last mile. If today on this panel we think we should promote an insurance product which is specific for ladies, try and figure out which is a platform or what are the tools through which a lady of the house can be influenced. It could be as simple as kitty parties. I'm not joking. But it's all about coming up with these little innovative ideas. Create an app for kitty party and there you have ads. It may be, not a successful thing, but just keep jogging your mind and try and convert it into technology language. The world's going to be a different place for all of us.
So, Ekta has asked, I think Swati should take this up. Ekta says she's right now working in operations department at a broking firm and also pursuing her master's in business administration. She wants to ask what should she opt for in order to make a great career for herself.
Oh, Ekta, that's all your decision, darling. It is not nothing ki you want to be in HR, you want to be in operations. What your mind says, what your heart says, go. I know that a woman, if you are willing to do, you can do miracles in every sector. So it's all your choice.
Yeah, and she's also said that she's, enjoying health insurance, and therefore, what are the various areas or options which can help her in achieving more in this field of health insurance? Is anybody willing to take this up, or Swati, you can?
Yes, see, health insurance is growing, growing leap and bounds. Like after the COVID things, the health insurance and people get more aware of, because see, I'm from a very small city, Gorakhpur, where people don't take health insurance or any insurance. Even my father didn't took it. I forced him and then he took that. But they people don't take. उनको क्या होता है कि भैया सेविंग करनी है, वापस मिलेगा कितना पैसा. No one wants to take, insurance because बीमार पड़ना ही नहीं चाहते, तो उसकी पॉलिसी क्यों ले, और उसमें तो कोई रिटर्न भी नहीं आएगा. So it happens, but after COVID things, सामने से कॉल आते हैं कि इंश्योरेंस, हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस चाहिए. And every sector of insurance, we have multiple products, we have many things, special design COVID policies are there, many products are there. And when you want to study, you want to go for the health insurance is really good. There is a lot of scope in this. So everything is for yours, though you can do whatever.
Okay, so another query is that this is for Sneha. How difficult it was for you to understand insurance, because you first entered the domain, when you initially had a dream of being a pilot, and then you had a very different educational background, such a different aim in life, and then you are in this insurance industry. So, your background, was it a hindrance, or how did this actually add value?
Well, I was just typing my answer to this question, which was there for quite some time.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, very early in my career, I was told by my leader that insurance is common sense. And I have tied it up with me like a knot which just stays. If we understand concepts just based on logic, and we can apply it and we are convinced about it, trust me, there is nothing to be bogged down by technicalities. Because technicalities, product structure is just to support a concept. The day we have absorbed that concept, which is as good as making chai or as good as driving to office, life becomes much more simple. Even a policy document becomes very easy to read and understand. So that has helped me, kind of decipher the so-called technical terms that a product has.
I mean, मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है. Audience is very eager to know a lot of things, and I'm taking one more question. This is from Kinjal. She says, I'm currently working in operations department of health insurance in TPA, and now will be going to one of the insurance company. I want to understand what can be my next move if I want to move to underwriting. So what kind of education or certification courses she should take up to fit into this new agenda that she has?
Yeah, so I can take up this question.
Yeah, sure.
So, so there are so many, Insurance Institute is carrying out certain courses. You can go for LOMA as well. And in underwriting, it will help you if you have come from a health industry, obviously, because as Sneha has very wisely mentioned, that it's just about your common sense. So basic principles of moral hazard are same across industry. So I'm sure you will not face any problem. And of course, as in like anyone, you have to skill up and you can do so many courses which are available in market. So be it underwriting, be it risk management, or be it digital marketing and enhancing your sales skills are concerned. So it will not be too much of a change when you will move to life insurance industry. So I think I have answered her query.
Yeah, and also because now, as I see a lot of interesting comments coming here, one of it is HR and insurance के बीच कैसे decision लो? Hiteshi is very confused. And similar, you can just add one more part to the same question. That is how HR in insurance is different from the other company HR roles. Swati and others
Yes.
with their experience can talk on this.
It's okay. If someone is wanted, then if someone
They
in
can
panel
add, yeah,
want
they
to,
can certainly add. You can
yes.
use it up, yeah.
See, the HR or operations part, what you want to opt is again up to you, that what you want. Yes, HR is a specific field of job in insurance, but yes, when you come for the subject of insurance, there is a lot of products, lot of operations, servicing, marketing, whatever you want to. So it is like that. But when you come to HR, the insurance and HR is something of relationship building. In the other, I have many friends who are in HR and in BPO or in somewhere in other industry. But when I'm talking about myself, here HR is more of relationship building. Not only relationship with our employees, but going out to others as well, to understand that what is going out in the market, what is the trend following by the other insurance companies, by other brokers. So here in insurance, the HR is something of relationship building other than the other industries. And it is really good, like when you meet people, know people, understand that what things are going on, how other employers are doing, what trends are going on, what we can do for our employees, and how we can change the things, and the working cultures, everything has changed in the years. So insurance HR is something really great, where you meet people, learn from others, the subjects. I know much more about subjects जो शायद दूसरी इंडस्ट्री के एचआर को इतना नहीं समझ में आता होगा, बट आई नो व्हाट इज मरीन इंश्योरेंस, व्हाट इज प्रोडक्ट्स, what things are going on, what is KRA or what is KRE or product or liability, many other things which the insurance HR know better. So it is something more of qualification, understanding the products and meeting people. And that's the different thing. Anyone want to add? Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to add to this? You must have seen a lot of people when they entered insurance industry, and then they gradually moved to different roles and also took up HR roles later with their experience of what Swati has been just saying, rapport building, relationship building, or helping in what I felt is the gap is the awareness. I think a lot of awareness needs to be created amongst the people that insurance is not just for tax saving. It's also a very important, asset to have. And particularly as a profession, I think there's a lack of awareness, and that is why such panels need to meet often. So Anupam, would you like to say something on this?
Yeah. So actually, you have rightly mentioned insurance is just not about the selling insurance. Is there? In fact, it's a whole lot of. In fact, I will say you have IT function, you have marketing function, you have digital function, you have actuarial function, which is a different ball game together. And similarly, you have an HR. So HR. And if I may share about my experience from my life insurance experience. So there you did not need a certain kind of even HR degree. So I served in a branch office for 2.5 years. Then straight away I moved to HR there. So there I handle people's aspirations for their issues related to their postings, transfers, their some complaints for work-related behavior and something. So there you did not need any HR degree. So people still so direct ED, HR in LIC or in GIC, state government agencies, they will not have any HR degree as such per se, and they are doing well. In private sector, yes, in the beginning, people do tend to hire people with some MBA HR background, and that helps us because here again, at the time of hiring and managing relationships, and here the things are quite different because in private insurance company, it's a centralized operation. So they are the one who will be doing hiring for operations, for actuarial team, for even sales also. So you tend to have certain, in fact, it will be a better experience for someone, as Swati has rightly mentioned, being in insurance HR, because you will have certain, more complex process of hiring, because you will be hiring for actuaries, you will be hiring for operations, you will be hiring doctors, you will be hiring engineers, you will be hiring IT technocrats. So it will be a different kind of experience. So it will be a much exciting journey for an HR person in insurance company.
So actually,
Yes.
I just saw Pandey sir has said, future of insurance professional, do you see doctors and who have these medical degrees coming into this profession, number one, and number two, what are the skill sets that are really required to enter into this field as well as stay on and build a career and start fresh, very young, just out of the college, completing a PGDM or an MBA or any other degree? Like somebody is from mathematics background, somebody is from English background, they all came into this course and then they have reached to where Anupam is. So that's the journey I can see right now, CMO and senior VPs, and the young generation has seen all of you right here today. So मैं बस इतना सा एक discussion quickly चाहूंगी कि how much of machine has taken over work in the Indian insurance domain, and what are the skill sets you really need to actually make a very good career? And that I think would be a very good concluding comment from all of you. And then I hand it over to Kea to quickly summarize and formally close this as well. So Anupam, maybe आपसे शुरू करती हूँ. You have seen people to machine, and you must have faced a lot of challenges also at that time. Paradigm ही बिल्कुल, work culture and everything has changed. So over to you.
Yeah. So I will take Professor Pandey's question. So yes, there is historically also, especially in private insurance companies have been hiring doctors and not even MBBS with the paramedical background as well. And as I can see, there are two functions in operations, underwriting and claims, where we tend to hire people with medical background. And in fact, there is a position called Chief Medical Officer, which earlier there used to be like basis contract with some senior cardiologists. But now the trend is there. Insurance companies do have their own CMOs. So, at every point of time, there will be need of doctors and medical people with like BAMS, BHMS degrees as well, because they will tend to relate more when they will understand customers' medical reports. But again, the beauty of insurance industry is that, like, I can relate that in state insurance companies, you don't have to necessarily have a MBBS degree to understand medical reports, and with your experience, you can be a very good chief underwriter. In fact, so many chief underwriters are without any medical background. But again, the things are improving towards hiring subject matter experts. So we do have chief underwriters who are having some medical background. And I think the second question was related to skill set. I think the basic skill set when insurance companies hire is same. You look forward candidate's presentation style, her or his problem solving skills, and the confidence level. But I do believe that for insurance companies, the management trainings who are coming from BIMTech and IA, they enjoy upper hand because they have been exposed to insurance concepts. So yes, it matters. And my career advice, you will find a lot of tips on internet, how can you progress in your career. But my 3 suggestions from my experience will be like, be confident and assertive. Because I'm very happy to see young panelists here. But in our days, and we have still found that women who are working for more than 15 years in the insurance industry, sometimes they do underestimate themselves. They do underestimate their capacity and capability. So my advice is that if you are doing good job, please go and boast about it. So don't feel shy about it. You have to talk to your supervisor. You have to tell him about your aspirations, because sometimes he or she may not understand what you want to do in your career. Similarly, the second advice will be in touch. So you had to do a good networking, and networking doesn't mean going to parties or attending late night parties. And nowadays, I mean, you have so many platforms. Like, you have to be an active user of LinkedIn, you have to be a participant of your industry peer group, you have to attend so many webinars, and you have to keep in touch with your colleagues and your supervisor even when you or they are changing your industry. So these things will help. And the closing remark from my side will be, I remember one beautiful line. So someone has compared career with the foreign trip. So they say when you go for a foreign trip, you have a fixed itinerary. But along the way, if you find some good location, you tend to go and include that in your itinerary as well. Similarly, whenever you join any organization or any career, be open. What is happening in market? What are the changing market dynamics? What are the changing opportunities? And equip yourself accordingly. So that will, if you have to change your gear, if you have to change your career, like Varsha has done in such, I mean, her 3 to 4 year career as well, and she's enjoyed both the stints. So you will do well, whatever career, whatever field you choose, be it HR, be it operations. In fact, I just wanted to add that, in fact, digital transformation has provided a level playing field for females, because for an insurance sales personnel, they had to be aware about financial planning and digital tools. So they should know what is video KYC, what is eKYC, what is eNASH. Thankfully, these digital tools are gender agnostic. So whosoever will be more financially aware, more digitally and tech savvy, will do well in coming years. So whatever gender he or she may come from. So all the best, ladies. Thank you. Thank you again for providing this opportunity.
Yes, that's so beautifully said. Sneha?
Yeah, so when we're talking about actually the machines taking over humans, definitely that is a reality which all of us are stepping into, and we need to be geared up very differently, right? So, in some way or the other, let's be associated to what is present. So being associated to present is most important, keeping ourselves abreast about what's happening in the economy, what's happening in and around technology. Tomorrow we may have to set up shop in Mars, not Marsh. Sorry for the mispronunciation, but you never know, right? Elon Musk is making such huge programs. 10 years down the line, you may just find Anupam ma'am making processes for policy issuance on Mars. So let's be abreast with whatever is happening around us. Let's be creative, and let's wake up in the morning, go out for the day with the sunshine on our face, and there is no stopping, conquering the world. Yeah. I guess just on, yes, Saloni ma'am, you have something to say?
No, I'm just constantly in your conversation. When you said Mars, I simply just connected it with your introduction. You said you had you aspired to be a pilot. So
yeah, I think it is still there in me somewhere.
To go ship and go to Mars and help you there. Varsha, quickly, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So what I have always believed is machine is always there to help the humans. They can never overtake humans, for sure. So we are building new technology, new, service engines, but humans are the one who are making it. So it's kind of generating more employment when you have to make those machines to help the humans. So obviously, there is always a danger, but it is also creating new opportunities for people, to work in. My closing remark, I'm not in a state to give closing remarks, but just what I have seen in past 4 or 5 years is, I think people should just keep themselves open. Don't restrict yourself. Don't have biases in your mind already when you're not there in the industry, like I did, because what I found out later was you might be better in some other place that you're not even thinking of. So just be open is what I would suggest, and anything can be done. Yeah.
Very well
I think
said.
I'll just take 1 minute and
Yes.
leave everyone with this thought. In the initial years, what you might see as hard work might just be a warm up, taking
Yeah.
you up to the positions. So
Ah, yes.
just live with this thought.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really nice. So, Swati, you were saying,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. So if I'm talking about skill set, which someone has asked for, that what the skill set we want to hire before hiring. So see, there are two types of people. Some we want some experienced one, where we need some with a good education background, with good product knowledge and all. And the other side is for freshers, right? So for freshers, from the students like BIMTech, NLU, or NIA, which is always a plus point for the, for the organization, because the students have some initial knowledge of insurance, they understand insurance, they know what the products are, so that is always beneficial. But when we are talking about a skill set, it is dedication, your hard work, what you want to do, your skill set, and your willingness to work. And to ladies out there, I want to say that when we are talking about equality, then please think that yes, everything will be equal.
Yes.
So don't ask for any
Prepare your
favor.
mind for that. Yes.
Don't
Prepare.
ask for any favor. Don't think of any favor that, oh no, I'm a girl and I want to be in operations, or I want to be in back office, or I want to be in HR. From yourself, from your mind, you are, parting yourself and giving a gender equality. This is something we are doing with ourselves. So it shouldn't be there. When we are talking about that there men and women are equal, then it should be in our minds as well.
Very
And if I'm talking about closing remarks, then girls, go out. Universe is all yours. Everything, we can do anything. We can manage home, we can manage in-laws, we can manage family, we can manage office, we can manage bosses, we can manage team. We are
and have fun out the
multitaskers.
way. Yeah. And have
Yes,
fun out
and
the
we
way.
can enjoy, we enjoy this process. We can go to gym, we can go to dance, we can do dancing, we can have good friends, we can go on trips, we can do anything. When I have seen many colleagues of mine during COVID times, they are managing their home, their family, the ghar ka kaam, jhadu pocha bartan, and everything.
Yeah.
And they are doing miracles in this also, because when a man is doing only office, home, nothing more. But a woman can do, so this gender equality, a part of that, we can do whatever we want to. The only thought is what our heart wants us to do, then do that, and we will do miracles in that. So thank you.
Beautiful. I think Drushti, Kea, you all are just enjoying the conversation. I can see your faces, but I can't see the faces of the attendees. I'm sure they are also excited and they are very happy to meet all of you today. And Mubarak Ali ji has been talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think आपने हमें अगले panel talk के लिए एक अच्छा theme दिया है ना? So maybe we'll come back and talk in much in detail over there. And that means that, we'll all be meeting very soon once again with a very important discussion and with more women out there and with such supporting men around us also. If the world is changing. So I think we have a place. We don't have to say we need the place. We have it there. It's waiting for us, right?
Yes.
So thank you so much, Anupam, Swati, Sneha, Varsha. आप लोग सब different decades का एक अपना background लेकर आए. कोई mathematics पढ़कर आया है, कोई English, and people have had aeronautical background, and मजा आया, बहुत ही अच्छा था आज. I think I'll hand it over to Kea to quickly let us know a gist of what we all said and what we can take away. Keep it brief, Kea. Questions are still pouring in, but we will just say that everybody has enjoyed. They have more questions. We'll keep answering them on our different platforms. In Moss is one, Facebook groups are another. There are some WhatsApp groups also which are creating a lot of awareness. And all of these people are present in various places, LinkedIn and other places. You can keep in touch with them. Kia, over to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to
brief vote of thanks for this webinar named Career Opportunities for Women and in Insurance. I'd like to express my gratitude on behalf of my college BIMTech and Club INMOS, and also from my fellow mates, to all esteemed delegates for their presence and contribution to this webinar. I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to all 4 panelists, Ms. Anupam Tyagi and Ms. Sneha Mishra, Ms. Swati Srivastava and Ms. Varsha Pandey, who spared time from their busy schedule to grace this webinar. In this webinar, we got to know many things, like how it is difficult to join private sector, how it is difficult to joining private sector from different educational background and different field also, and also from small cities. But in insurance industry, it's quite easy to make position because women are more trustworthy and more career focused, and insurance is none about also business of trust. Though 20-30 years back, gender ratio was not that great, but gradually it is increasing in a good attracting number. And we also know that women can chase their dream without any favor, in spite of having so much responsibilities like family and job also. And we also got to know that insurance industry also have an immense growth, as it is a wide industry and biasness is also very low compared to any other sector, which is quite impressive to us. And there was a quite good discussion about technology also. And yes, today we had a great opportunity to hear you all. And for that, I'd like to thank you, Professor Saloni Sinha ma'am, to moderate and host this webinar wonderfully to make it successful. And also a special thanks to Professor Manoj Kumar Pandey sir and Pratik Priyadarshi sir for joining with us in this webinar. And last but not the least, I essentially appreciate our audience for being with us all the time and for their tentative attention that brings us to the end. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.